Hey, Mike Callahan here. As promised, this week we are announcing the first of several live events in Rochester, New York for the first event. We're going to be coming at you February 14th and 15th with a live Service Autopilot training and setup event. 2 days packed from 9 to 5, private boardroom with up to 20 people for Service Autopilot users or people who want to buy Service Autopilot and want us to help them set it up. This is going to be a one-to-many teaching. We offer one-on-one remotely and one-on-one in person as well. But this is a one-to-many training that we're going to go in and show you on this flow chart next to me here what's going to be included, what's not going to be included. But this is going to be literally what's taken most companies 3 to 5 years to set up in Service Autopilot, done for you in a fashion from myself, Mike Callahan, and the Simple Growth team live in Rochester, New York coming up. So I'm going to dive into it and show you what's going to be included in this here. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to go in and show you. So as you're looking at this flow chart, when we get in there, we're going to go in, make sure you actually own Service Autopilot. We're going to go in and set this up and walk you through this process. So in the upper top corner here, we're going to go out and help you build out an estimate request. So when somebody hits your website, it automatically enters them into Service Autopilot and tracks where they came from, your website or the lead source. So we're going to get the pertinent information in and the sales source. On the bottom part here, we're going to go in the process of collecting the right information for when a client calls your office and tracking the sales source. So the reporting and essay is very, very robust, but we need to make sure we have that foundational understanding of what's going on there so we can let the system automatically generate those reports. So this is going to cover your lead acquisition per marketing source and basically the conversion rate and hopefully the lifetime value of those clients coming in per lead source. Now, as we cycle through, they're entered in the Service Autopilot. We're going to go into the estimate creation process. So we're going to go over the first thing is custom fields. So these are job variables. This is your turf square footage, maybe home square footage in the home cleaning industry, linear length of bed, small, medium, and large shrubs. Whatever those variables are you're basing your pricing on, we're going to go in and help you build those out and set those up and connect those for success. Next thing is go down and hit add an estimate button. We're going to go out and help you create 1 or 2 different templates, one for leads and one for clients. We're going to have different marketing copy and conversation based on whether they're a client asking for a new estimate or a lead looking for a first-time estimate. So we're going to have 2 templates. What's going to happen is when you click that template button, we're going to build out your services. Probably about 5 services we'll build out in the live event. Somewhere between 5 and 10. We're going to shoot for a minimum of 5, but then we're going to build those into a pre-built template that when you hit template, they automatically load. The prices are generated on the information you put in the rate matrix. We're going to go over a general 2-line rate matrix and build those out with you at the live event. And we're also going to show you how to build out a more complex one, but we actually won't be building out that live. But we're going to give you the ability to do that. So we're not only going to give you a fish, but we're going to teach you how to fish, as Chad on the team here says. So we've got that template, preloads all your services. Prices are there with budgeted time, cost, and price. We're going to go in and create and save that estimate, and then we're going to have a pre-built email here that pops up when we go to email the estimate out. We're going to have it something pre-built for you that it literally loads, and you can customize it on the fly if you want, but literally we want to have a click it, send it, and forget it mentality. But if you do want to tweak it, for instance, maybe the customer's having a graduation party for their kid, you can do a little one-liner, hey, congrats, the kids graduating college, looking forward to doing the cleanup while we're there. So now we've tackled lead acquisition into the system off the office or website, automatically entering in the SA, creating an estimate through a pre-built template based on custom fields or job variables to track turf square footage, size of home, whatever those variables are. We're going to go up and email the estimate with a pre-built email that loads. When the client comes in here, we're either going to win or lose the estimate. Now, the preferred option is one estimate. We're going to tackle the lost first. So we're going to walk through the process that you need to be handling for list hygiene. How do you handle a loss estimate, whether it's off the estimate online or someone calls your office? We're going to handle that for best practice. On the bottom, we've got estimate 1. So whether they want it online through accepting or calling your office, we're going to go through the process of marking that, creating the right list hygiene. Then we're going to go in to schedule that service right off the actual invoice itself. The system will not let you convert them into a scheduled job if they're a lead without converting them into clients. So this is another part of list hygiene. We're going to make sure that your list and database is as clean as possible by following the Simple Growth expert workflow. Next thing we're going to do is after we convert them into a client, we're going to go in and schedule the work. So we're going to go over each type of scheduling. We're going to do one-time waiting list or reoccurring jobs. If you're in snow removal, we'll also go over on-demand jobs as well, how to set those up. Then we're going to select the date range for that waiting list or the date of the start recurring or the one-time job. We're going to double check the price and budget of times. It's a quick sanity check to make sure you have all the right data going into route and getting these jobs going. So we're going to go over here into the dispatch board, and now we're going to select the jobs on a map. We're going to go through the optimization tools so we have the right optimization from your shopper back, wherever they're starting at. And in addition, while we're doing that, we're going to check certain things like, are the crews set up correctly to the right starting and stopping address so the optimizations can actually work the way they're going to work. And then we're going to take a look at the pins with the numbers on there to make sure it is a good visual check. And then we're going to double check the route order and basically go out and dispatch those. And as we scroll over to the right here, when we dispatch these jobs, we're also going to give that a quick sanity check. And as I pull the screen over here, we're over here and we've got it. And if somebody doesn't show up, we're going to show you the process of how to manipulate the crews on the fly so we have the right people on the right jobs and crews for job costing and payroll. And then we're going to show you how to print or dispatch them out to the mobile. Now, the next part over here is the closeout day screen. We're going to make sure the times, whether they're entered manually or in the mobile, are entered in right. We have start and stop time. We don't have somebody clocking in at 8:05 and clocking out at 8:05, and it looks like we're making hundreds of dollars per hour because obviously that's not accurate. So we want to go in and check and set a process to it to make sure we have all the right information. We're going to go in and complete those jobs, and now they're ready to be built off on the daily, weekly, monthly, or custom day that the system's set up on. And then we're going to go into invoice and collect. We're going to show you how to charge the credit cards, invoices to email, invoices to print, and how to enter the payments. So from front to back, we are going to have a completely well-rounded training where you leave in 2 days. You have essays set up to the 5 or 6 screens of success. Normally, this would take 15 to 20 screens to set up. We're going to take that confusion for some people and compile it into an optimized workflow to 5 or 6 screens of Service Autopilot. You can learn, have Service Autopilot set up for success when you leave New York in 2 days. If that's something you're interested in, click the link below. We've got some more information. February 14th and 15th, Simple Growth Team and myself, Mike Callahan. We've got 2 other events we're going to be releasing in March. But right now, this is going to be the first of them. It's going to be first come, first serve, limited to the first 20 people. If you have multiple people in your organization you want to bring in, that will take up a seat. So last time we did one of these events, we filled it out within probably about 4 to 5 days. So if this is something you're interested in, you want to go out and learn Service Autopilot from the team at Simple Growth and have instant success for the 2019 season, click the link, and we're looking to see you in New York. If you have any questions on the actual particulars of it, we're going to be listing an exact agenda here in the next day or two, or drop us a Facebook message to the Simple Growth Facebook page. So look forward to seeing you in New York. Any questions, drop them, and we're going to be listing an agenda here in the next day or two as well. On the sign-up page, we also have the information. We're staying at the Hampton Inn Victor. There's a link to that, and the airport code is ROC, Rochester, New York International Airport. So looking to see you in New York with myself, Mike Callahan, and the Simple Growth team, setting Service Autopilot up from the ground up for success for 2019.